Yeah. We only got one day at a time. I don't know what it took you to get here. I don't know what you've been through to get through. But today, I am a divine, sovereign being of love. Most wouldn't even want to know what it took me to get there. We all have our story. We all have a backstory. Today, I hope we are all divine, sovereign beings of love. I greet you in peace, the universal greetings of peace, for the sake of the elevation of myself and for the sake of the elevation of all life forms. I greet you in peace, stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness, 3 times. I hope everybody feeling good for no reason at all. 3 times. We still trusting in the support of the universe. We here, family. We still here. We still doing it. One day at a time. Somebody ain't wake up today. And somebody may miss this message. But the beautiful thing about today's technology is it ain't going nowhere. So it'll be right there, waiting for whoever needs it when they need it. You're rhinoceros. Be strong and courageous. The rhinoceros asks us to be strong and courageous, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. Be strong and courageous. I don't know why this card seems familiar to me for some reason or another. Like I may have read it not long ago. Maybe I read it to myself. But we're gonna go with the flow. Trust in the support of the universe. Everything not always about our way, the way we wanted to go down, when we wanted to happen, when it's supposed to happen, how it's supposed to happen, who's supposed to have a part of it happening, and all those other things. Sometimes we just gotta trust in the support of the universe, of the spiritual realm. And in order to do that, we're gonna have to be strong and courageous. Because spiritual sight requires qualities that the physical sight can't supply us with. I don't know who needed to hear that, but we're about to go off into what the rhinoceros want to speak on. I don't have a lot of time, but every time I have a moment to take time to spend with y'all, it's an infinity to me. It's a message in everything I say, depending on where you at in your inner work or your spiritual journey. For those who practice one, will determine how you catch it. Be strong and courageous. These massive creatures originate from CHECKMATE, the ascended aspect of Sirius. Their fortitude and their love of Earth have enabled them to ascend into the 5th dimension. When I started, I said, for the sake of my elevation and for the sake of the elevation of all life. That's a fifth dimensional affirmation. That's a selfish decree, declaration. Selfless decree. Their fortitude and their love of earth have enabled them to ascend into the fifth dimension. The more we're able to love ourselves, or learn to have a deeper love for ourselves, the more we start having a deeper love for life. Rhinoceros, their sole mission is to act as bridges between source and earth. It's the same role I play. I'm just a bridge, or in other words, I'm just a messenger. They help people and animals to plug their earth star chakras into Lady Gaia to be charged with her light. They are representatives of the golden age of Mu and hold in trust for us the information, knowledge, and wisdom of that era. It is also contained in a healing blue aquamarine flame held within the centers of Earth, Orion, Sirius, the Pleiades, and Neptune. The rhinos are helping Earth to ascend by holding the geometric structure that connects the Ascension planets. If y'all look close, y'all will see the Metatron cube. I don't know if I can get it or not, but maybe y'all can. But if y'all look close, y'all see the geometrical symbol of the Metatron cube in there. Their service work is to prune trees or act as grass mowers. Guidance. This card reminds us that you do a great deal of service work, especially healing, without even knowing you do it. You are asked to visualize the blue aquamarine flame of Michael and Mary and imagine yourself standing within it. This will activate knowledge and wisdom that you are ready to bring forward from the golden age of Mu, Lemuria. Recognize that this is important and that the keys and light codes from Mu will help us and Earth and those around us to ascend. Your guidance is to move steadily on your path. Know that you are healing and connecting places and people wherever you go. People may not understand you, but you are developing fortitude, strength, and determination. These qualities will ultimately help you on your ascension journey. That's it. We all been given the opportunity and the time to show ourselves who we are. As we show ourselves who we are, we show those around us who we are. As we show those around us who we are, we show the world who we are. What does that mean? When I was meditating on it, what it spoke to me was each and every one of us. What it spoke to me personally was, in this moment, in this time, in this breath that I have to breathe the spirit of life through this physical specimen, that I am the greatest of all time. What it showed me about each and every one of you was that in your moment, in this life stream, you are the greatest of all time. Because nobody else couldn't appear. Nobody else couldn't appear here for you in this appointed time but you. Stop calling other people to go. Unless you're about to put it on the leash. You the GOAT. You the greatest of all time. We need to recognize that in ourselves, the way we recognize it in the Michael Jordans and the LeBron James and the Michael Jacksons and the whoever. I don't know who needed to hear that. Maybe I did, but I'm just a reflection of you. Now is the time to break free from any shackles. It's the most important time in any lifetime that you remember having right now. And now is the time to break free from any shackles that we have placed upon ourselves. I ain't talking about the naysayers that was spoke upon us externally. I'm talking about the damage that we don't did to ourselves because of the naysayers, because of the doubters, because of the unbelief from external forces. Now is the time to break free from any type of mental, emotional, and spiritual bondage. Now is the time. The world already played our part in how it was going to help us shape and mold ourselves. Now, the rest of it is on us. Ain't no fingers to point. Ain't nobody to blame. Wherever we may find life taking us, we gonna need to know that sometimes we can't turn back. I repeat, wherever we may find life taking us, and all the time it ain't gonna be good, but wherever we find life taking us, some of us gonna need to remember that we can't turn back. For the most part, most of us ain't got nothing productive to turn back to anyway. Old people, old places, old things. Most of us don't have nothing productive to turn back to. So we might as well keep moving forward. I salute you on your journey. When life is removing us from certain situations, certain circumstances, it's trying to, when life is moving us from one place and trying to place us in another, it's trying to use us in a greater way than we have ever used ourselves. I'm gonna say it again. When life is removing us from one place and trying to transition us into another, especially if we've been crying, we've been complaining, we've been praying, we've been affirming about what ain't right. When life trying to remove you and transition you from one place to another, it's trying to use you greater than you've been using yourself. Somebody will catch you. And anytime you're not using yourself, anytime we not using oneself from the highest capacity and for the greatest purpose, to bring about the greatest good, guess what happened? Life, God, whatever you want to call it, cause things to be shook up in our life. Exactly at the right time. It may not feel like it, but it be exactly at the right time. I ain't see it in previous experiences, in previous lifetimes. But y'all can believe me when I say I see it now. I feel it now. Yet, what does it say about those we have around us? When we treat ourselves in the worstest position, and what does it say about those around us? Just something to think about. If we in our shadow, someone reflecting it. And if we in our light, someone reflecting it. It's just something to think about. Whenever you make yourself present, if you are here, everybody get a chance to heal. And healing is a lifelong process. Growth is a lifelong process. To be alive is a lifelong process as long as you have life in you. The more we feel good, the more we activate that feeling of goodness in others. I'm gonna say it again. The more we're able to feel good, the more we're able to activate that feeling of goodness in others. So feel good for no reason at all. Live for your life. I'm gonna say it again. Live for your life. Live for your life. It's okay to be aware of how you want to live. But don't get caught up in trying to live how you want to live. Live for your life. Don't start reminding yourself of your purpose. Because sometimes the blessing be in plain sight and we're overlooking for what we like. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Be strong and courageous. Feel good for no reason at all. Thank you for your appreciation. Thank you for the love, support, the likes, the shares, the comments, cash apps, donations, purchases. Thank you for being you and allowing me to be me. Truly yours, Sawu the God. One.